You climb into bed, pull up the covers, and within minutes, there they are. Your cat pads across the mattress, circles once, maybe twice, and then settles right at your feet. Not on your pillow, not curled against your chest, your feet. And you've probably wondered, why there? What is it about that particular spot that draws them in night after night? According to feline behavior experts, this choice reveals far more about your cat's feelings toward you than most people ever realize. And honestly, the meaning might just change the way you see your entire relationship. There's a reason your cat chooses the foot of the bed, and it has nothing to do with being distant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Your cat is positioning themselves as your guardian. Dr. Mikel Delgado, a certified cat behavior consultant, explains that cats instinctively choose sleeping locations that allow them to monitor their environment while remaining close to those they trust. The foot of the bed offers a clear vantage point. They can see the door, sense movement in the room, and react quickly if something feels wrong. Think of it as the feline equivalent of a parent sleeping with one eye open when their child is sick. Your cat isn't retreating from you. They're watching over you. They've placed themselves in a position where they can protect you while you're at your most vulnerable. Asleep, unaware, defenseless. And they do this night after night without you even asking. That's not distance. That's devotion wrapped in instinct. You might not notice them scanning the shadows at 3 a.m, but they're doing it for you. And here's what makes this even more fascinating. This protective behavior often comes with a practical benefit that your cat has figured out all on their own. Your feet might not seem like prime real estate, but to your cat, they're actually perfect. Your cats have a higher body temperature than humans, typically around 102 degrees, and they're constantly seeking out warm spots to maintain their comfort. Your feet, tucked under blankets, generate a gentle, consistent warmth that's ideal for a sleeping cat. But here's the thing. Your cat could sleep anywhere warm. A sunny windowsill, a pile of fresh laundry, the top of your laptop. They choose your feet because warmth alone isn't what they're after. And according to research published in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery, cats prefer sleeping locations that combine thermal comfort with social proximity to trusted companions. It's like choosing to sit by the fireplace, but only if your best friend is sitting there too. The warmth matters, but your presence matters more. There's also a practical element your cat has calculated without you even realizing it. The foot of the bed allows for quick escape routes. They're not trapped against a wall or pinned beneath your arm. This means they can relax fully, knowing they have options if something startles them. It's security and comfort, designed by instinct, chosen because of you. But this positioning reveals something even deeper about how your cat views your relationship. Some cats drape themselves across your chest, demand the pillow, or wedge themselves under your chin, as yours settles at your feet. And that's actually a compliment of the highest order. Pam Johnson-Bennett, a certified cat behavior consultant and author, notes that cats who sleep at their owner's feet often display what behaviorists call secure attachment. They don't need to cling. They don't need constant physical contact to feel safe. They trust that you'll be there, so they give you space while still choosing to be near you. It's the difference between a friend who texts you every 5 minutes asking if you're still friends, and a friend who knows your bond is solid without needing constant reassurance. Your foot-sleeping cat is the second kind. They're confident in your relationship. They respect your space because they know the connection doesn't require smothering. This is actually a sign of emotional maturity in cats. The ability to maintain closeness without anxiety. And if you think about it, isn't that exactly what the healthiest relationships look like? Present, but not possessive. Close, but not clingy. Your cat has figured out something that takes some humans a lifetime to learn. They've found the balance between independence and intimacy, and they practice it every single night at the foot of your bed. Now, this is where it gets really meaningful. When your cat sleeps, they enter their most vulnerable state. Their senses dull, their muscles relax, their guard comes down. Where they choose to sleep during this time reveals who they trust with their life, and that is not an exaggeration. Dr. John Bradshaw, author of Cat Sense and one of the world's leading experts on feline behavior, explains that cats only sleep deeply near those they consider completely safe. A cat who sleeps at your feet isn't just comfortable around you. They've decided that you pose zero threat to their survival. Zero. Think about that for a moment. In a world where your cat's ancestors had to worry about predators, rivals, and countless dangers, your cat has looked at you and concluded, "This human will never hurt me. I can close my eyes here." That's trust at its most primal level. It's not something you can buy or force. It's earned, slowly, quietly, through every gentle touch, every consistent meal, every moment you didn't betray their confidence. And they show you this trust not with words, but with placement, right there, at your feet, vulnerable, relaxed, certain of your protection. This level of trust actually triggers something physical that strengthens your connection even further. Your feet carry the strongest concentration of your personal scent. It's where sweat glands are most active, where your unique biological signature is most pronounced. And to your cat, that scent is home. According to Dr. Karen Becker, a veterinarian specializing in animal behavior, cats use scent as their primary method of identifying family members and establishing social bonds. When your cat sleeps at your feet, they're immersing themselves in your scent and simultaneously depositing their own. They have scent glands in their cheeks, paws, and along their body, and as they settle against your feet, they're blending their scent with yours. It's like the feline version of wearing matching bracelets with your best friend, a way of saying, "We belong together." And this scent mingling isn't just sentimental, it serves a practical purpose. When your cat walks through the house carrying traces of your combined scent, they're telling any other animals and reminding themselves that they're part of a family unit. You belong to them. They belong to you. It's written in the invisible language of scent that humans can't detect but cats understand completely. Every morning, your cat carries a piece of you with them, and you carry a piece of them. And this brings us to something that often gets misunderstood about cats who sleep this way. Cats who sleep at your feet aren't being aloof or emotionally distant. They're being secure. There's a crucial difference. Dr. Marcy Koski, a certified feline behavior consultant, explains that cats have varying attachment styles, much like humans. Some cats display anxious attachment, needing constant contact, becoming distressed when separated, demanding attention persistently. Others display secure attachment, comfortable with closeness, but also comfortable with independence. The foot sleeper is almost always the second type. They've chosen to be near you. They could sleep anywhere in the house, under the couch, in a closet, on that chair you never use, but they don't. They come to your bed, they position themselves within reach, and then they give you your space, because they don't need to smother you to know you're connected. This is actually the healthiest form of feline bonding. It suggests your cat feels safe enough to be independent, secure enough to give you room, and confident enough to know that your bond doesn't require constant reinforcement. You've created an environment where your cat can be themselves, close but not clingy, present but not possessive. That's a gift you've given them without even realizing it. But not all foot sleeping is identical, and the variations tell their own stories. But your cat might curl into a tight ball at your feet, or stretch out long against your legs. They might position themselves touching your ankle, or settle just a few inches away. They might face toward you, or face the door. Each of these variations communicates something different. A cat who curls tightly is conserving warmth and protecting vital organs, a sign they're comfortable but instinctively cautious. A cat who stretches out fully is completely relaxed. They feel so safe that they're not worried about protecting themselves. A cat who maintains light physical contact, a paw touching your foot, their back against your leg, is reassuring themselves of your presence. Think of it as holding hands while falling asleep. A cat who faces the door is in guardian mode, watching for threats while you rest. A cat who faces you is focused on connection. They want to see you if they wake. According to Jackson Galaxy, the renowned cat behaviorist, these subtle variations reveal your cat's mood and emotional state on any given night. Sometimes they guard, sometimes they relax completely, sometimes they need that physical touch more than usual. Pay attention to these patterns over time, and you'll start reading your cat's inner world with surprising accuracy. They're communicating constantly. You just have to learn their language. And understanding all of this brings us to the most important realization. Every night, when your cat pads over to the foot of your bed and settles in, they're making a choice. They're choosing you. Out of every spot in your home, every soft surface, every warm corner, they choose to be near you during their most vulnerable hours. That choice isn't random. It isn't habit. It isn't because they have nowhere else to go. Research from the International Cat Care Organization confirms that cats form genuine social bonds with their human companions. Bonds based on trust, safety, and affection. Your cat isn't just tolerating your presence. They're seeking it out. They want to sleep near you. They feel safer when you're there. They've decided that the best place to spend the night is within reach of the human they've chosen as family. And here's what makes this truly special. Cats don't bond with just anyone. They're selective. They're careful. They take their time deciding who earns their trust. You've made that list. You've earned a place in your cat's inner circle, the small group of beings they consider safe enough to sleep near, trustworthy enough to be vulnerable around, important enough to protect. That's not nothing. That's everything. So the next time you feel those soft paws walking toward the foot of your bed, the next time you feel that familiar weight settling near your feet, take a moment to recognize what's really happening. Your cat is saying, I trust you. I choose you. I feel safe with you. They're saying it without words, in the quiet language of placement and presence that cats have used for thousands of years. You might have wondered if sleeping at your feet meant your cat was keeping their distance. Now you know the truth. They're not distant. They're devoted. They're not aloof. They're secure. They're not tolerating you. They're protecting you, bonding with you, claiming you as family. And that is something truly special. You've built something rare with your cat, a bond based on earned trust, mutual respect, and quiet devotion. Not every cat owner gets to experience this, but you do, every single night, right there at the foot of your bed. And that means you're doing something very, very right.